Our next movie is Strange Invaders, a really weird movie that's sort of a cross between Invasion of the Body Snatchers and all those movies on The Late Show where you tune in right in the middle of the movie, but somehow even after one scene, you somehow sense with extrasensory perception that everybody on the screen is not a human being. The movie stars Paul LeMat as a college professor whose ex-wife goes back to a small Illinois town for a funeral, and then she disappears. LeMat goes looking for her. He becomes convinced that the town has been occupied by aliens from another world, and then he tries to convince a government UFO investigator, played by Louise Fletcher.
This is odd. According to what we have, no one has lived in that town since 1958, when it was destroyed by a tornado. All right, Mr. Bigelow, I'm going to show you some drawings. These are renderings of the most commonly sighted aliens. I want you to look at them and tell me if you see anything that reminds you of the creature you saw last night on the road.
No. No. No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bigelow. It's just a little joke we have around here.
Well, there are aliens in Centerville, though, all right. Lots of them. Ugly ones. You may have noticed a certain offbeat style in those two scenes. Strange Invaders is trying to do two different things at the same time. First, it's trying to look exactly like a fairly good 1950s science fiction movie, the kind you might have seen in a drive-in theater, right down to the salmon pink motel rooms and the plastic dinette sets. And then, at the same time, it's trying to be a comedy about 50s movies. And the neat thing is, it works. This is a funny movie, it's a little scary, and there's some great bug-eyed monsters in it. Now, how many movies can you say that about?
A lot of movies in the 50s. I think that you're right. In the beginning, it's very funny. The whole setup of this, the landing of the creatures in Centerville, their reactions initially, the return to Centerville, all very funny stuff, and I was laughing right along with it, and just the way you were. Where the film started to stop for me and have nowhere to go and no finish is just about at the point where we saw that, where this guy starts ripping off his mask, and I think, oh, it's another one of these special effects things done for kids who like to see goo and glop and inflated skin. I did not care about the aliens when they get ready to split from the scene, like I did in Close Encounters of the Third Kind or other pictures of that kind. And the human beings became almost as lifeless as the creatures.
I think the mistake you're making is to think the movie is about either the bug-eyed monsters or about the people. I think the movie is about movies. I think that when we're watching this, we're saying, gee, this is a reference to all those movies we've seen on The Late Show. And Paul LeMat, who's a good actor, comes in there, he's kind of deadpan as all of this stuff happens, as if he's not quite connected in, he's not quite reacting strongly enough to all of these horrible things. And to me, the weak point is the fact that a movie like this has to have a payoff. I think everything slows down when the plot is resolved. It's more fun just having the behavior.
Well, but my point is that it's a movie about movies in the beginning, and it's a movie about current movies and glop at the end. And unfortunately, a movie about uninteresting aliens.
We split on Strange Invaders, the offbeat retread of 1950s science fiction films. Gene thought it was funny but boring. I thought it was funny but intriguing.